Hi, today we will enjoy an animation movie called Wall-E. In the 22nd century, the Earth has been turned into a garbage wasteland, due to excessive consumerism. This forces the by and large corporations, to save humanity by evacuating humans to space, using giant space liners. The movie begins with a waste allocation load lifter, Earth-class, Wall-E, compacting the trash in an abandoned site. The last surviving Wall-E is able to sustain itself by salvaging valuable items from the destroyed robots, and it lives in a truck designed to carry the robots, which protects him from the Earth's harsh weather conditions. Over many centuries, Wall-E has developed a personality, and he collects valuable things during his trash compaction. On a fateful day, while on his daily routine, Wall-E sees a living seedling and decides to nurture it. On his way back to his truck, Wall-E sees a glowing laser light, and decides to capture it for his collection. He follows the light for a while but gets knocked out by the landing of an unmanned spacecraft. As he comes through, he sees the spacecraft deposit an egg-shaped robot, and activates it before leaving. Wall-E becomes fascinated by the robot, and watches while she scans the site. The robot displays her wonderful abilities, as she flies around the site, captivating Wall-E in the process. However, he is noticed by the robot, after he accidentally makes a sound, causing the robot to shoot at him, but Wall-E manages to hide behind a rock, talking about a lucky save. The robot continues to scan the area, and Wall-E follows her, but he is finally noticed by the robot, after she tries to destroy his pet insect. She then proceeds to scan him, but leaves without saying a word, and Wall-E continues to follow her. Afterward, Wall-E does everything to get noticed by the robot, but she ignores him, and focuses on her primary assignment. After so many failed attempts, including trapping her with a giant magnet, the robot finally notices him, and asks for his directive. Wall-E explains that he compacts the trash, and introduces himself to her, which makes her smile. The robot then reveals that her name is Eve, extraterrestrial vegetation evaluator, and they start to bond, but they are soon interrupted by a great storm. They manage to get to safety, as Wall-E pulls Eve out of danger and takes her to the truck. In his truck, Wall-E shows her some of the items he has collected over the years, but none of it intrigues Eve. After failing to impress her with his collection, Wall-E notices that Eve loves fire, and he brings out the living seedlings that he has been nursing. Eve scans it, realizes that it's valuable, and stores the seedlings inside herself. However, this causes Eve to shut down, surprising Wall-E in the process. Day after day, Wall-E tries to revive using various methods, but it all fails. He then makes her his companion, but still feels sad as he is alone once again, and Eve is no longer with him. He soon gets back to compacting trash, however, the probe returns and picks up Eve. Realizing that he will be alone again, Wall-E runs after the spacecraft, and tags along, leaving his insect behind. The spacecraft travels through different planets, and Wall-E is amazed by the complexity and beauty of each planet. Soon after, they arrive at Axiom, prompting Wall-E to hide, and he watches how Eve and the item are being scanned by robots. They discover that all the Eve-like robots contain 16% foreign contaminant, however, one of the robots spots Wall-E, and they find out that he is a 100% foreign contaminant. Due to his routine, Wall-E stains the floor, prompting a robot to clean up the mess, but Wall-E continues to stain the floor, which frustrates the cleaning robot as he has to clean after the contaminant. Shortly after, Eve gets taken away, after the robots discover that she contains life. She is taken away for further testing, but Wall-E follows her, although he loses her. He enters a large hallway, and becomes confused as there are lots of robots moving around. Wall-E is also surprised to see humans, after so many centuries gone. Not realizing where he is, Wall-E finds himself in a buy and large store, and accidentally causes a man named John to fall from his carrier. He soon spots Eve, and runs after her. He follows her to a lab where she is being analyzed, and Otto, a robotic steering wheel, calls the attention of Captain McCree to their recent discovery. After making the announcement, McCree is surprised that Eve's result is positive, even though no probe has ever returned positive. McCree decides to find out what had happened, and he is surprised to find out that Eve returned from Earth, with a specimen undergoing photosynthesis. He is informed by a holographic image that it is time they go back to Earth, as Earth has been restored to a life-sustaining status. He is then given a manual that will guide him in the navigation of actions returned to Earth, although he has difficulties reading the book. Meanwhile, Eve spots Wally, and hides him somewhere, but McCree spots her. He requests that they open Eve, however, after opening her up, he discovers that the plant is missing, which makes him happy. Eve thinks that Wally is in possession of it, and searches him, but does not find the plant. Otto also rescans her, and realizes that the probe is malfunctioning, because the plant is truly missing. McCree sends Eve to the repair ward, and spots Wally, who deposits some soil remains in his hand. McCree analyzes the dirt and discovers that it's from Earth. Wally and Eve are being transported to the repair ward by G04, and the diagnosis begins, but Wally breaks through the ward, and stops the process. He also destroys the ward, halting the repair of other robots, and the robots attack him. Eve immediately rushes out to save him, but she is recognized as a rogue robot, alongside Wally. Upon hearing this information, the robots try to attack them, but Eve runs away with him and gets him to the spacecraft that will take him back to Earth. Wally refuses to leave despite Eve's effort, and the two are soon interrupted by G04, disposing of the plant in a self-destruct spacecraft, revealing that Wally did not steal it. Wally enters it to retrieve the plant, but the spacecraft activates and launches Wally into space. Eve immediately uses an emergency exit to chase after him. The spacecraft self-destructs, but Wally and the plant escape using a fire extinguisher. He returns the plant to Eve, which makes her happy. Eve hugs him, and the two play around Axiom, while McCree continues to learn amazing things about Earth, which intrigues him. Even Wally managed to enter the Axiom unnoticed, and Eve sneaks to the captain's ward to give McCree the plant. He is happy, and checks through her memory to find out what Earth looks like, but to his surprise, it is totally different from what he learned from the computer. Eve also finds out how Wally treated her when she was on standby, which makes her happy. Meanwhile, McCree tells Otto to fire up the holo detector, as the plant is being found, but Otto refuses, saying that they can't travel to Earth. McCree demands an explanation, and Otto shows him that BNL declared that Earth cannot be saved, and advised that they stay in space instead of trying to fix the problem. BNL overrides Directive A113, and announces that full pilot mode has been activated. McCree believes that things have changed, and they can go back to Earth as the announcement was made 700 years ago, but Otto rejects his request to return to Earth. G04 enters the ward, and McCree finds out that he is working with Otto a little too late. G04 snatches the plant from McCree, and throws it into the trash chute, but Wally retrieves it, as he is trying to get back into the ward, through the trash chute. G04 then tries to get the plant from him, but Wally refuses to release it, causing him to be thrown into the trash chute, after he is electrocuted. Eve is also forced into standby, and thrown into the trash chute, while McCree is locked in his quarters. Eve is activated by a mouse-like robot, but almost gets ejected into space alongside Wally and other trash. Fortunately, they are saved by the cleaning robot, who traces Wally's stains to the chute. He gets stuck to the gate, forcing the bots to abort the ejection. Wally is crushed and Eve tries to get a replacement for him, but does not find any suitable. He insists that they take the plant to the captain and Eve agrees. The three then find their way back to Axiom, but they are attacked by other robots, as Otto announces them as ruse robots. However, McCree counters the announcement, and shows them that Otto locked him up, forcing the robots to attack his bots. A fight ensues between McCree and Otto, while Eve tries to get the plant into the holo detector. Otto tries to close the holo detector, but Wally holds it up, although Otto eventually closes it, crushing Wally in the process. At that moment, which surprises everyone, McCree gathers the strength to walk and deactivates Otto. With the help of Immo and the humans, Eve places the plant in the holo detector, and a hyper jump is initiated, although Wally gets destroyed. On getting to Earth, Eve rushes and gets Wally to his truck, and tries to fix him. However, he does not remember anything as his personality and memory have been wiped. This makes Eve sad, but she holds his hands for the first time as she bids him bye, and after a little while Wally gets restored to his normal self. They hug and share a kiss, while the humans move around the site happily. The humans start to grow greens and rebuild their home on Earth. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe and like the video. We are so happy to enjoy the video with you. See you next time.